is a HPCSA registered dietitian, Mrs. Nonhle Hlophe. And Nonhle, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Morning, Ntsako. How are you? Morning to the listeners.
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm also good. I'm good.
So what are some of the... Thank you so much for that. So what are some of the signs that we need to look out for when we are, kind of assessing whether we have mid-year fatigue?
I would say, when you're not eating right, and also you just you watch everything on social media and you just join and you consume anything and everything. But what is important is to always remember that food is everything. What you eat is what will make you as a person.
And how does, what we eat contribute to our energy levels?
As I was saying, healthy eating is very important as first, it reduces the risk of non-communicable diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, stroke. So it does, what you eat does have an impact on your health, okay? So when you're eating healthy food, it gives you more energy to be productive at work or in life in general. It also helps you maintain a healthy body weight, and it also improves your mood. Mental health is everything. So if you're not in a good mood and you're always grumpy and always tired, so you need that energy. And when you turn to eat or comfort food that's high in fats and sugars, it's just it's like umlilo amaphepha. That's what they say in Zulu. So it's like uglayithi phepha ngomlilo. So energy, it's just sparks your energy levels, and after a short time, you don't have energy. You're feeling fatigued. You're always tired. So that's the thing.
So what does now our breakfast, because I'm hearing our breakfast is also quite important to start our day, right? What should that look like?
You know what your breakfast should look like? At least you must have fiber in your diet, in your breakfast. So if you someone who doesn't eat cereals, then you would have to make a healthy sandwich. But if you do eat cereals, not umdogo, that's what our parents used to give us when we were growing up. So umdogo, it's very high in starch, and then it's going to just increase the sugar levels, and you'll be hungry if it doesn't have enough fiber. You'll be hungry in a very short, like within an hour, you'll be wanting more. So a healthy breakfast, it can be a cooked porridge like oats, because it does have the fiber, which will make you fuller for longer. Or if you're someone who likes or enjoys cereals, like a high fiber cereal, oat grain, or even a muesli or a granola, it also does have enough fiber. And then you make sure that you choose ubisi that is correct, which is low-fat milk, not eat double cream, not even though eat double cream inamafutha amaningi. So umuntu will decide on choosing, for example, as I'm eating low-fat yogurt with my cereal. If I'm eating, plain yogurt with my cereal, but at the same time, we will choose like the double cream plain yogurt, which defeats the purpose because the fat in the double cream is even extra than normal yogurt in the low full cream. So it's all about making the correct choices in terms of the breakfast. So if it's a cereal with low-fat milk, or even a plain yogurt or normal yogurt, as long as it's low fat, and then also have a fruit just to fuel with vitamins and minerals to fight off infections, especially now that we're in winter. So you do need vitamins and minerals to fight off the flu.
So I know that people become very reluctant when it comes to eating healthier, right? They think it's more expensive. They want to associate it with a lot of negative things. The fact that the food is going to be boring and bland. What are some of the tips that because I know that grocery planning is also something that you offer in your services. What are some of the practical tips that you give families when it's time to address issues of the diet?
The most important tip I normally give to my patients is that firstly, do not confuse hunger with thirst. So sometimes you'll be thirsty, and because you're busy with whatever you're busy with, you might tend to think that you are hungry and you indulge on food. So always rehydrate, drink enough fluids, drink enough water, and start by drinking something, then starting with a big meal. Okay, and then another thing is look for seasonal fruits and veggies because they are more cheaper than just buying fruits in market. They are healthier, they are cheaper, they are affordable, so it's not that expensive. And plan your meals. So if you know maybe it's a Sunday or it's a Saturday, then you're planning for the entire week what you're going to be eating, so that you do not buy when you get to the shops. You don't even know what you're going to cook, and you didn't plan what you will be having for maybe the entire week or 2 weeks or so. So make sure that you always plan your meals. Another thing is set your meal times and have set meal times and snack times. And just stick to them. So when you're eating your meals, you're separating your meals with at least 2 to 3 hours. So you do not just eat anytime and anyhow. And also another important one is to avoid distractions while you're eating. So maybe be seated, do not be watching TV or playing with your cell phone, and eat slowly to avoid indigestion. So if you avoid distractions while udla, you would know then to just eat and eat, because you'll end up eating, more than what you could have eaten while you were focusing on your meal. And also after eating, just clear up, remove your plates, remove your leftovers. Otherwise, when it's on your side, you will end up eating it again while it's just sitting just next to you. And also be active, exercise. And exercising doesn't mean that you only joining a gym and you pay for a membership. So you exercise even at home, or indoor exercises, jogging, running around the neighborhood. So it is a form of exercise. And also another important one, increasing fiber, as we were talking about fiber, is sometimes we don't all enjoy brown rice, for example. Or we don't afford brown rice because it's expensive. So you can also just incorporate some fiber in your meals, just like adding carrots in your rice or adding a bit of lentils in your rice, which is more cheaper. And other food, meat products, just like iminti, it's affordable. Just make sure you choose lean meat instead of like the normal meats with high fat. I hope it's clear.
It is very clear. It made me think about some of the wellness trends, though, like Ozempic, Mounjaro, the fat freezing, those type of procedures, which none of them are bad, right? But what are some of the things that we need to be cautious about, especially doing those trends without maybe fixing our diets as well?
The thing is, with Ozempic, so one of the side effects is that you vomit when you consume large amounts of food. So it still goes back to, the healthy plate. So I always advise my patients that when you're thinking of a healthy plate is, half of your plate should be veggies. And then the other half, you divide it further to a quarter, which is your protein, and then the other quarter, which is your starch. So if you do not eat according to that healthy plate while you're still on Ozempic, you will vomit, you will be miserable. So it still goes back to a balanced diet. So, and also, when you do join one of those procedures, it's also to make sure that you consult with your doctor, because you will be advised on the side effects and also be medically checked if which one will be appropriate for you. Otherwise, if you're buying it online, we've had people with severe pancreatitis being admitted in hospital because of shopping online, and they didn't know their medical history, so they will have those side effects that needs to be discussed with your GP.
And where can we find you? What are some of your contact details, social media, emails, so that for those who want to book are able to do so?
Okay, so I'm in Pietermaritzburg in KZN, but I also do virtual consultations. My email address is nonhleleko@gmail.com, nonhleleko@gmail.com, and my cell phone number is 08 222 35142. I'm not very active on the socials, but this number also does have WhatsApp, so I will attend to any questions or even requests that may pop up. We are at Star Park Lane, 18 Chief Albert Luthuli Street, bottom floor. It's called Cat Medical Center. So that's where we are.
Amazing stuff.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Sis Nonhle. I really enjoyed this conversation, especially the dieting aspect of it. You made it so much less expensive than what I expected. So I look forward to seeing us with ama flat stomachs. You know, the summer body starts in winter.
Yes, the summer body does start in winter. You should start working on your health now so that you'll be wearing your crop top happily in summer.
Listen.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you so much for joining us. It is a 7:42. Thank you. That was Mrs. Nonhle Hlophe, who is the HPCSA registered dietitian, talking to us about how we can change our diets to combat the mid-year fatigue. It is 7:42 Central African Time.
Start your mornings with inspiration.